Hello, Foothill families, and I haven't seen you for a while. I hope your summer is going well and you're staying safe. Today was the day we had targeted to release our school reopening plans and how we were going to do that coming back onto campus in a safe way. We had a whole list of protocols that we've been working hard to make sure that we could do that safely. Well, you probably heard Governor Newsom had a press conference today at which he listed some of the criteria that is going to be used for schools reopening. Prior to today, LA County or LA Unified School District said they were going to open school in a distance mode. Orange County said they were going to just go ahead and open in person, and they weren't paying too much attention to the safety protocols. Well, all of that's changed now with Newsom's announcement. So what's going to happen is no school, public or private, can open until the counties that are on the watch list see a decrease in the numbers and they come off that list, and then there's a 14-day wait period, and then schools can reopen. Wow, so what does that mean for Foothill? Well, we were scheduled to start on August 18th, and that's 4 weeks away. And so the likelihood that LA County is going to see a decrease significant enough to come off that list is unlikely. And we had already been thinking about this because we knew the governor was going to have his press conference. Our teachers met earlier and say, well, what if they do put some sort of a mandate? Maybe it'd be 14 days, maybe 30 days. We weren't sure. And we had a plan for that. We already discussed it. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what are we going to do, and to let you know that this wasn't a total surprise for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Plan B, and that is we're not going to start school on the 18th. We're going to move school to start in early September and go a couple weeks later into middle of June. If you remember, back in the day, that used to be the traditional school calendar. Everybody started that Tuesday after Labor Day, and they went into mid-June. And when we started moving the start of school back into August, a lot of people were resistant. What? Why are you doing that? That doesn't make sense. And of course, now it became sort of the norm. Well, we're going to go back to that. And we're going to buy 2 extra weeks. That gives us 6 full weeks before we have to open school. And that gives us 30 days to flatten that curve, 2 weeks for that wait period. And we think, we're hopeful that we can do it in person, because we all know opening in person is really ideal. So we don't lose anything really by waiting a couple of weeks, because by extending the school year, we've got the same number of instructional days. So mark your calendars. Basically, we're going to start school on September 8th. And then we'll end on June 10th. Yeah, we'll put this on the website. In fact, we're going to create a spot on our website. It's going to be a COVID resource. We're going to have calendars and updates and some COVID stats. You go there, and we'll be changing that. It'll be very dynamic, and you'll be able to get a lot of information, including like we were going to do next week was supposed to be our uniform sale. And that was all going to be online because we don't want to do that in person. And that's going to move back to a following week. So July 27th, and we got some new fan gear and new uniforms, and you want to look at that because early in the sale you'll get some discounts. I know that's not the most important thing to you right now, but I just want to point that out. That'll be something to be on that website as well. But let me say too that our summer daycare program has been going very well. Daryl Wright and his team, they've been doing a great job. They have the daily health screenings. They got the iPhone app where it gives them the health badge. They take the temperatures, and they've already had a trial run on this, practicing being safe. And the kids have a great time. Our summer school program went well, and so that's going to continue just like it would have. We'll extend that out a couple of extra weeks too. So if you had to go back to work sooner rather than later, know that day camp is available to you, because that's kind of available for essential workers, and we have permission to keep that open. Same thing is true of the preschool at Route 66 or half day, and they'll remain open. In fact, they're going to open their fall program on August 18th anyway, they're going to go ahead with that because some people need it. They're going back to work, and their calendar is a little bit different than a school calendar, and so they're not just going to wait to open because they're already open, and so they're going to kick it off their program in the preschool on the August 18th, and then. But if some people say, I'm going to wait until September, they can wait till September. But so things are moving along. This didn't catch us by surprise. We had a feeling that it might happen. And now, if we can't open in person, then we'll have to go to the distance learning. We can't postpone it beyond that. But what we're going to do is rather than just roll out all of the on-campus protocols that we were thinking about doing today, we're going to take a week. We'll publish later the on-campus protocols, but we'll also publish the distance learning model, what that will look like. Remember, we learned a lot from last spring, okay? And we've got some new technology that's going to help us. We got some assessment software that is going to all enhance. If we have to be in that distance learning mode, it's going to be a new and improved. I thought we did pretty well, but we also knew that there was a lot we learned and can go forward with. And then also we did hear from a lot of people that they preferred the remote learning. And so they were looking forward to maybe starting the school year in that kind of format. And so there's a lot happening there. You'll learn more about that when the time comes. But I was thinking about this, and early on we were saying, is this going to be a winter storm? Is it an ice age? Is it a blizzard? Is it an ice age? What is this? Well, it's lasting a little longer than I think any of us really were hoping for. But I was thinking about a scripture in Jeremiah, and I'm going to read it. It's Jeremiah 12, and it says, because he was a little discouraged. He had a tough ministry, right? He didn't see a whole lot of positive things, and he basically was questioning things. And God's answer to him was, Jeremiah, if you have raced with men on foot and they have worn you out, how can you compete with the horses? And if you stumble in the safe country, how will you manage in the thickets by the Jordan? So it's not always going to be easy. Sometimes it's going to be difficult. In fact, the expectation there, it will be. We had some training ground back in the spring, and then we have the confidence that we'll be able to run with the horses. We'll run with the chariots, and we'll run through the thickets. We can do this. We did it before. We know how to do it again, even better. And so parents, hang in there. Don't be so frustrated. We'll be contacting you regularly like this. We ended the year with a lot of videos from me, Ms. Thompson. We did some Zoom stuff. And we'll keep coming to you with updates like this. So we got it. We can do it. It's not what we expected. But hey, it's chariots and thickets time. We got it. God bless.